Yeah.
Hey,
What's up, man? Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
oh yeah, man. Of course, brother. How are you?
I'm doing really, really well. I'm excited to chat with you, man, because you've been the buzz, dude. You're the one everyone's been talking about. I hope you know that because that's such a great thing. And there's a good reason behind it because Long Haul obviously is the single and it's an amazing single. It's your first country radio single. I'm going to play a clip really quick.
Long as I know that it's you and me, time don't matter at all. Girl, I'm in it for the long haul.
So good, man. And it's such a different sound, a welcome sound. Talk to me about this song and this album for you, man. It's got to be great.
Man, it's amazing. It's seeing the reaction of everyone has been amazing, man. And being a new artist, that's all you hope for, man, is just that people will enjoy your music and put a smile on their face and spreading positivity and a strong message in the world of country music, man. That's all I've ever wanted, man. So I feel like my dreams are already coming true, man.
So you moved to Nashville from Wyoming at 18. They call it a 10-year town. I think you're what, 27, 20. So you're right there almost at the 10-year mark.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about moving at 18. Did you have in the back of your mind, like, I don't need to wait 10 years. Like, I'm gonna nail this thing. Let's go. Or did you know kind of in your mind, this is the long game?
Man, so honestly, you know, as a 18-year-old, so young, so naive, you think that everything is just going to be handed to you and that things are going to happen quick. And I remember playing around at the listening room like a few months after I moved, and a guy came up and said, "Hey man, you stick with that and you'll go a long way." And I was like, "Oh wow, well, so like I'm doing the right thing. It's gonna probably take like another year or two and then I'll be good." And then 8 years later, here I am just now starting, you know? So it's, man, it really is a long haul, dude. It really is.
Well, it's worth it. So I've got a lot to get into today because I did a deep dive on the album, which by the way, when I saw the name of the album, I said Coyote Cry. And then I saw on your socials and you're like, it's Coyote Cry. That sounds a little cooler. I like saying it that way anyway.
Nice.
We're going Coyote Cry. I want to jump into a couple of the songs on here. There's one that's really banging. So I put it on yesterday and I'm kind of cooking and cleaning around the house, whatever. My kids are dancing around in the kitchen. And all of us loved this song. And it's called I See Country.
Can't get enough of the whiskey we're drinking. All want a piece of that homegrown feeling. It ain't just here or there. I see country everywhere.
So catchy. And again, everybody, the kids were dancing around the kitchen. It's really, really good. And then, of course, as I'm doing research about you, I find out that you were in this band and you guys toured like all around the world. And I saw in an interview you did years ago where you said that literally the direct quote was, "Man, I see country everywhere in all of these different places." And so I put two and two together there. And I wonder if that's true, if that's how this song came about for you.
Yeah, man. That's exactly right. You know, I've been fortunate enough to play music in Australia and Canada, and the more recently, my two older brothers and my dad and I were hired to play a rodeo in France. And man, I stepped off the train from Paris, and there were cowboy boots and cowboy hats and spurs, and I was like, country really is everywhere, man. And that's kind of what inspired that song.
I didn't even know they had rodeos in France, to be honest.
Me neither. Me neither, dude. Me neither.
Let's talk about my personal favorite. And again, the album is phenomenal beginning to end, but this one really, for me, it stopped me. And it's one of those ones where I literally had to stop, restart it, and listen all the way through because it's really that great. It's called Come Home to You.
When that front door opens and I see perfection, God knows it's the closest that I get to heaven when I come home, baby, when I come home to you.
All right. You got to lay it on me, man. Where did this one come from? Because it's such a good song.
Man, it's really about my wife, Caroline, and man, it's crazy how tunes that you write can change over time, because now I get to come home to my boy Crawford, who's who's a little over 1 year old, man. And it's crazy how as life goes on, the meaning of tunes totally changes, man. So it's just about coming home to the person you love at the end of the day, man.
I love it. So I want to talk about kind of how you popped on the scene. Again, you've been doing this for a long time, and you moved to Nashville at 18, but you started doing these covers of popular pop songs. And I got one. It's Britney Spears.
With a taste of the lips, I'm on a ride. You're toxic, I'm slipping under.
So first off, man, that falsetto is ridiculous. But
Thank
tell
you.
me where you got the idea to start covering these songs. And for you, what was the first one that you noticed, like, I got something here?
Yeah, man. Honestly, it was a time where, the only shows I was playing were around the Rocky Mountain area and Wyoming mainly. So I knew that I had to start getting my name out there more. And Instagram, Facebook, and all that are free tools for artists. So I knew that I had to start to capitalize on that, man. I knew that a lot of Nashville artists were doing country covers, but I've always been a huge advocate of pop music and hip hop music and rock music and country music and bluegrass music and all of it, man. So I really wanted to put my own spin on other tunes that people would be like, okay, wow, that's unique. So the first one that I think really popped off was Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. And I covered that in, I think, 2018. And that was kind of the one that I said, okay, if I keep on doing these to this quality, then I think that I really might have it here,
Who puts the videos together? Because these videos are super high quality, like really, really high quality. And some of these, you're playing multiple instruments and it's like 6 or 7 of you in different areas. Talk to me about who puts this stuff together, because it's nuts, man. It looks so good.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah. So my friend Graywood, who I went to college with, and we linked up right after school, and he was just starting to get into the film world. He told me, man, if there's anything that you want to do, just let me know. I'm still learning this, and I want to grow. So, man, he was able to just do and execute all the crazy ideas that Caroline and I threw at him, man, and he was able to execute them just awesome, man. So I give a lot of credit to him for being so creative and executing all the crazy ideas that we threw at him.
We got to talk a little bit about style here because, excuse me, there was an Instagram video I saw you post, and it said, if every song on Coyote Cry was an outfit.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. Awesome. You've got like an old school Garth Brooks, American bar shirt in there. What I want to know is that legitimately your wardrobe, or did you go dig those up somewhere for the video?
Man, that is my wardrobe. That is, but I will say all credit goes to my wife, Caroline. She is huge into branding and into the wardrobe. And man, if it was up to me alone, I'd be wearing a t-shirt and jeans every day, man. But she throws that Western flair in there and took the Wyomingness and really amplified it, man. So all credit goes to her.
Well, she's genius, because I'm listening to the album and then I'm researching as I get a chance to talk to you, and I go to your merchandise, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. Legitimately, no joke. 2 hours ago, I bought one of your shirts.
Oh, Coop, thank you, bro.
So awesome. I was like, I need to have this.
Thank you, man.
They look awesome. They really do.
Thank you, dude.
Tell me about the hat, the King Ropes hat, because you wear it all the time. And I did a little research on that, and it looks like it's a tack shop back in your hometown. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yep. They're it's all family owned. Western wear. There's ropes there. They make their own ropes. They make their own saddles and do all kinds of leather work there. And man, just great people, and a staple of the of the Western lifestyle, man. So I love to throw on their caps and represent them and represent my hometown in Wyoming.
What would you say you wish people knew about Wyoming? Because for the majority of us who have never been to Wyoming,
Yeah.
all we know, dude, is what we see on TV. And then we probably assume it's a lot like Yellowstone, which is Montana.
Yeah.
No, like, so
Yeah.
tell me the one thing you wish people knew about Wyoming.
Man, the only I wish people knew that just how Wyoming is the perfect example of how cowboys are still alive, man. They're still doing the thing. They're not outlaws. They're good people. They're the people that you want on your team, and the most humble people in the world, man. They're still out there doing the thing, living the Western dream still.
I love it. Let's do some quick draw questions. Number one,
Yeah.
besides friends and family, what's the number one thing you miss about Wyoming when you're away? When you're
Ooh, wide open spaces, man.
It had to be weird for you, right? Moving to Nashville and especially performing on Broadway, and it's all this downtown buildings and whatnot. And when you got to drive a ways to get truly out
Yeah.
the country there. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Just, whew. I will say that, living in Nashville definitely inspired me to stay inside and write more music, because you go home and it's like, you look outside and it's like, well, why aren't I there right now? I need to go fix that. You know?
Number two, if you could swap wardrobe with any celebrity, who would it be and why?
Garth Brooks, man. Garth Brooks, because he has all the shirts that I want.
It's true, man. He has like that fire. It was like almost like a plaid with the lines. You know what I'm talking about? It had like the fire thing going up.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So awesome, dude. So awesome.
Number three, who was your first ever celebrity crush?
Britney Spears.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
First crush, wasn't she? Number four, what is the dumbest thing you've ever done? Maybe it was on stage. Maybe you were a kid. Maybe you had too much to drink. I don't know. Dumbest thing you've ever done.
Man, we were just actually talking about this at home with my brothers. So one time we were going on a road trip, to my two older brothers, my parents and I, and we were in a van traveling across the George Washington Bridge, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is between Pennsylvania and Delaware.
Yeah.
And man, it was in standstill traffic, bumper to bumper. We had just gotten McDonald's, and I was probably 10 years old, and my dad is pretty harsh on the pulling over to take a bathroom break. So he told my oldest brother, no, I'm not going to pull over. You need to pee in that McDonald's cup. So he pees in the McDonald's cup. I'm asleep in the back. I wake up after that's done. Yeah, you know where this is going. I take a sip of that cup, and my first reaction is like, oh man, that's a warm a milkshake. And Chris is like, dude, did you just drink that? And I said, yeah. And he's like, I just peed in that cup. And I threw up all over the place, man. That was the nastiest, dumbest thing I've ever done.
That is hilarious. And look, I got brothers too. I got 4 brothers. I bet he never lets you live that down. Right?
Oh, dude, so funny. So funny, dude. Constantly reminding me of that. But it's nice to look back and just laugh at it now, man, because at the time it was not funny. It was not funny.
Ian Munsick, man, thank you so much for the time. Truly, I'm a fan. I love the music. I love the merch. I'll be repping it on social sometime real soon. We're going to long haul here in a second, man. And hopefully we can chat live in person at a concert sometime soon, man.
Cannot wait, man. Really appreciate you having me on here, Coop. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend, man.
Thanks, man. You too. Talk soon. Bye.
See ya.